So today I am going to be making a very complicated candle video. This is one of the hardest candle videos I've ever had to make, and I've been putting it off for about 2 weeks now because I know that it's going to be really difficult and really a pain in the butt to make. What I'm making today, I'll be making in little glass jars, and there's going to be lots and lots of layers to every one of these candles, and that's what's going to be the complicated part. I have so many waxes that are going to be going into these candles. I'm actually also using these melt waxes. They're really, they actually smell really nice, but I didn't find these. I actually bought these. So I made sure that every single set that I bought was really high powered, high quality, high potency. I want these candles to smell great and look great, but they're just gonna take me a lot longer than a regular candle, just because you have to wait between the layers. And I'm calling these my Smith Island cake candles. I have a red velvet cake wax. I'm making a chocolate cake with the white layers. I actually even bought a candle oil just for this video. I guess what I'm gonna do to begin is to get my scents ready. I have some in a hot water bath right now, and a lot of you have asked me about Ziploc bags, which ones are the better ones to buy. And I would say that Ziplocs, like the actual Ziploc brand, is a great brand, but you have to use the freezer bags. So what I found on Amazon are these. They're Solimos, and these are the freezer quart bags, and they're great. They are the double zip. They're really thick, and they're a lot cheaper than Ziplocs. So I went with this brand, and I've had absolutely zero problem with it. And if you do have problems with your bags burning or releasing your wax, I'll tell you this: your water is too hot. You want to keep it, once it gets really hot, once you see the steam and it's hot, keep it low. Keep it on like medium low once the water gets hot, but you do not want your water boiling. If you start melting candles with boiling water, you're gonna break your bags every time. These bags can't stand up to boiling temperatures. As long as you have just a nice hot water bath, not boiling, they're gonna do great. These do great. Solimo. Let's move on to our candles. I actually have a really great tip today for getting your wicks into a longer candle jar. Sometimes I'll try to get my fingers in there to get my wicks in to make them centered, and it's a real pain in the butt. So this is something that I discovered that is really easy. This is my wicking straw. I take my wick, I put it down through one end, slide it in, and now you have a wick that you can handle really easily. I put my glue on it, and all I'm gonna do is put it down into my jar, right in the middle, push down, and then lift the straw up, and boom! You can actually do this with long canisters if you're putting wicks into a longer jar and your fingers can't reach in there. This is the perfect method to getting your wicks into tight spaces. There you go. Lift up the straw. And then once your wicks are all in place, we can start layering our wax. And this is going to be very difficult because some are going to be lemon, some are going to be chocolate, some are going to be blueberry, some are going to be red velvet, and This is going to be a lot of waxes heating at the same time, and I'm hopefully not going to get too confused. We shall see. But in between every single layer, in between layers, I have to wait for the candles to cool. In between every layer. This is hot chocolate. This is my favorite chocolate scented oil. So I wanted to introduce this to you guys. If you make candles and you've been looking for a really good chocolate scent, I've tried at least 4 other ones, and this is the one that I would say smells really good. Smells like hot baking brownies or hot chocolate cake. When you light it, it's fantastic. I found this on Amazon, hot chocolate, and just wanted to share that with you in case you guys were at home making candles. Definitely want to pour very slowly. You do not want your wax to drip down the sides of your glass. You want very even layers. So I have to pour very slowly to make sure that it doesn't get onto the glass or drip down the sides. So each layer has to get poured slow, and I have to wait for it to cool down completely before I add the next layer. How you mess up a layered candle. Okay, so you see how I poured the blueberry wax in, but it got on the side of the jar? Now I have to let them completely cool, and then I have to wipe out the jar before I put in the next layer. So it's a little bit of an extra pain in the butt, but I'm glad that it happened so I can show you what not to do. With a layered candle, you want the glass to stay real nice so that each layer is very clear. Anything like this, you want to clean up before you add your second layer. Oh well, live and learn. So the simplest way for me to clean this up, like quickly, I'm just going to take the jar, I'm going to put it in the hot water and hold it. Then when you lift it up, voila! Now let it set. Now you're ready for the next layer. Voila! Layer. Now that the first layer is cooled down, between each layer I'm just going to take a tissue and just wipe it clean. Make sure each jar is nice and clean before I put in the second layer. It'll just make the finished product look that much better. And this is what we have after putting in the first layer and cleaning up the jars. They are ready for the second layer. Whew, this is work. There's our red velvet, our orange, our blueberry, our chocolate, and our lemon. Next layer, I think it's gonna be vanilla for pretty much all of these. So I have a really nice smelling vanilla buttercream frosting. It actually smells wonderful. Hint of cinnamon, and it'll go very well with all of these flavors. It'll complement them. Let's do it. Here they are so far. They're about half done. And I think the layers look freaking adorable. This one definitely went from being a chocolate cake to a accidental chocolate orange. So this candle is just going to be a chocolate orange, like chiffon candle. That's all I could do. Like, the 2 scents go well. Chocolate and orange actually do go well together, but that orange layer was an accident. So I just have to roll with it. The red velvet is coming out really cute. Then we got the orange, the blueberry, and the lemon. Now we gotta add our 4th layer. They're done, and I realized that I filled them so full that their little jar lids won't go on. So you get more wax that way, but the little lids won't fit on. So when I sell these candles, I guess I'm just gonna have to sell them with their lid so that as you're burning, you can keep it closed and keep the scent in. And I think what I'm gonna do is put them in my little rainbowy cellophane bags so that they'll be cute, their scents will be covered up, and they're just not gonna have a lid on until they burn down a little bit. Then you can put the lid on. I wasn't really thinking when I was filling them because I wanted them to be, you know, full. So kind of contradicted the fact that they were supposed to have little glass lids. But they turned out really cute. I do love them. I think they are adorable. And here's the final product. These will be sold in the bakery, of course. And that's Smith Island Bakery LLC.com. Or on Facebook, it's Smith Island Bakery. Go ahead and like their page. And I'm so excited to finally have somewhere where I can sell my candles. And be sure to join me on my next episode when I'm going to be making coffee candles. I have some really cute coffee mugs that we found, and I have some great wax, which is like a latte wax, but I'm going to be adding coffee bean oil. So if you want to know a really good oil to use for making coffee candles, I will introduce you to that on my next episode. I'm actually looking forward to it because I have had someone put in a personalized order for 2 coffee candles, and I just happen to have these. So this video is going to be cute, and I will also be making more coffee candles in other coffee cups, festive holiday gifts. So join me for coffee candles.